everyone, I'm Captain Logan, and look behind me, I got Jayson, and it's time for my third collection stream. Trying to stream as often as I can, bringing you all of the collections in my house, all my geeky collections. We got lots of stuff.
Yeah.
We're gonna go through all the comics eventually. I started with figure stuff, so we're gonna get back to figures. I've done 2 of these so far. I did an unboxing of my new Ninja Turtles reproduction collection from the '87 show, and then I did my tattoo collection, and now we're gonna go through a mysterious black trunk of toys from my childhood. It's right there, and I say mysterious. I know some of the things that are in it because it's my childhood toys, but I haven't looked at this in years, and I haven't cracked that box open since the move. We moved into this house in 2019, and I haven't dug through it and looked at much of it in years before that, but I haven't even cracked it open and looked at it in almost 5 years.
I took a peek before, so just to make sure there were action figures in here and not just like clothes or something, and so I know one thing that's in there because I just looked at, and that was the thing that caught my eye, and I'm like, oh.
Oh, you're excited about it?
Yeah, I am, because I know what it is, and I didn't even know you had it, or you still had it.
So, is this for you, like, oh, look, my inheritance?
Well, no. I don't know if I will, But it's cool seeing, action figures from 90s and 2000s.
Yeah, so this is mostly my childhood stuff. I know there's at least a couple of things that I bought for Spawn Year in that box. That might be what you're thinking about. I'm pretty sure close to the top is the Spawn Mobile. But we'll see what else of somewhat more recent things, more recent in the, like when I bought them as opposed to when they came out. But yeah, I have kept the majority of the stuff I played with when I was a kid. This is all gonna be played with stuff, so you'll see things kind of beat up, scratched up,
cooler.
Things that I've had for 35 plus years. Some of it, you'll see some of the first action figures I ever played with when I was a kid. My '89 stuff is in there. My real early Ninja Turtles are there. You're gonna see some of the Turtles toys that I showed out the reproductions of, the actual originals, in not the best of shape. Some of them, we'll see some missing limbs and stuff. You'll see some casualties of war in here, but also this isn't everything, and I'll do a part 2. I'll do a follow-up of this sometime soon, where I'll go through the toys that I didn't play with that used to be in box, but that your mom and I actually took out of package at one point and kept everything. That's in yet a different trunk.
Oh, you have another one of these?
I do. Not exactly. It's a Batman one. But yeah, I have another trunk. But yeah, I'm going to have Jayson on some of these. Some of this I'll do alone, and some of it I thought would be fun for Jayson to kind of scour through and see his initial reactions of things I've got. And
yeah, because we all know that toys were better in the 90s.
Yeah, well, and that's why, and like, that's not really true.
It's not fair, but...
But we made toys for kids to play with in the 90s.
Yeah.
We're also making all the same toys now.
Yeah.
Because, it's all come back around. A lot of He-Man and, like I said, Ninja Turtles and stuff. Braden Atkinson, good to see you. CG Anime fan is here. Thomas Lowe is here. Hi, guys. Good to see you. Woodgrain Beanie. We're going to go ahead and get right into it. So, Jayson's going to pop it open. I'm going to show you guys everything up close as we go. And I'll try not to spend too long on each thing, because I know there's a lot in there.
There's a lot.
And I want to try not to do 2 parts on this, but it could be. You know me. I tend to be a little bit long-winded. But here we go. Getting officially into old collections that are not on my person. Here we go. He's going to pop open the trunk.
In like 10 years.
Now, this trunk has been in the garage for a while, so we're hoping not to find spiders or anything. But I think it's, pretty well sealed. So we should be all right. Here we go. I'm really glad you can confirm, though, that it wasn't going to be like towels.
Yeah.
Like, you see spiders flowing out?
No, there are no spiders flowing out.
I'm immediately seeing things I was wondering what happened to them.
I do see, in fact, the Spawn Mobile.
There's the Spawn Mobile.
The Spawn Mobile, and is this also from Spawn? Is this also from Spawn?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Look at
Yes.
that. Yes, I think that is also from Spawn. So here is the Spawn Mobile, and I bought that for Spawn Year. I actually had it in the box and opened it. I'm sure that's way harder to get and more expensive now. I was really lucky I did Spawn Year when I did, because a lot of stuff that's going for outrageous prices now, especially in the video game realm, but more outrageous anyway with action figures, even just harder to get now 10, 11 years later. But yeah, so this is the really goofy but fun Spawn Mobile, which I almost broke smashing it against Pierce when he was playing stocky Frank Miller Batman. He said, "Hit me with it as hard as you can." We did we did an outside backyard fight, and we had some choreography where I had to slam him with it, and he was like, "No, you can hit me harder than that." I'm like, "Yeah, I know you can take it, Pierce. I know you're an MMA fighter and a police officer, but I don't want to ruin my Spawn Mobile, okay? So, like, stop it." It's got some pieces that are probably also in there that are not, here with it, and I'm, like, losing decals on it here.
Oh, no.
But anyway, some of the Spawn figures I got rid of, some of them I've kept, and then this one, I'm going to hand you these things back if you can just, like, make a pile, maybe.
I will.
Here you go. And then this, I think, is the Violator Chopper. I completely forgot I had this.
And
I should get this out and let Mike play with
You want
it.
to see something? You want to see something?
Oh, and here's the giant Violator. Look at that.
Yeah.
Wow, look at this guy. Okay, so this is not the Violator that we used on set that had this voice. That sang a song when he died from Dirty Dancing, or that, and that was like, slap yourself in the face. Was this the movie Violator? I can't even remember anymore. It's been so long. It's gonna be fun reacting to this old stuff and feeling a little bit self-conscious about what I remember and what I don't. You know what's really cool about this guy though? He closes his mouth and does that hilarious expression that's in the comics sometimes that always cracks me up, where it's like, how did you... I guess you have to be a demon from hell to evolve this way, where your lower jaw is much longer than your upper jaw. So, like, you can't... I mean, think about it. You could still drink and eat like this. You could close your mouth and still have a popsicle.
Yeah.
Although I'll never have a popsicle again after Spawn number 5. But, yeah, so there's that.
Okay, yeah, you wanna...
I think I put this camera up a little close because I set it for smaller figures.
Should I, like, send you things in bunches?
Do you know how happy I am that I kept this guy? So I think this is... You know what? I said maybe this is from the movie. No. He came with the chopper. He actually fits... He's supposed to fit on here. I'm pretty sure that he's supposed to ride it. See, we're not even into my childhood stuff yet, but I'm so excited I have this.
That's hilarious.
You know how excited I am about the series?
Yeah.
This is gonna be so much fun. See, it's gonna be like Christmas every time I forgot I had this stuff.
So, Dad, should I start sending you things like in bunches like this? Where
Probably,
you, like, a few things.
Especially when it's smaller figures. Yeah, I would think so.
Okay.
Welcome, guys. If you're just coming in, I'm showing off a trunk of toys that I may or may not remember that I even have, and a lot of it goes all the way back to early childhood. There's a lot in there.
There is a lot in.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
Here you go.
This could be multi-part, but
here you go.
Oh, here we go.
We
got some turtles.
We got some turtles.
Okay. Well, now you're handing me pieces of things. So this goes on top of a backpack helicopter thing. So maybe set that down somewhere. But let's see what kind of shape these are in. So this Michelangelo looks great, and now I'm starting to second guess some of the reproductions I bought, because I wanted to buy new pristine ones to replace my old ones. I thought my Shredder was missing his cape, but he's still got his cape.
But he doesn't have his belt.
No, and he's got a scratched up face.
I can see.
So, yeah, and then...
Here's another one.
You know what? April's in better shape than I remembered her, too. Why did I spend $12-15 a piece on these? on the new ones? Why did I do that? But then this, like, Samurai Leonardo, they've not done a reproduction of that, but you notice he's missing... some of his, like, shoulder and leg pads. They're probably in there somewhere.
And then here's a...
Oh, okay, hold on. Don't get ahead of me.
Yeah.
So this one I'll keep out.
Okay.
I want to keep out any of the Turtles figures that look good that I haven't gotten reproductions for yet.
Okay.
There is a reproduction of Slash coming. And he's in such good shape, I may or may not buy that. Although I think I have to buy the new 4 coming out all at once.
Oh.
And that's going to give me a new, what is it? I'm trying to remember. Rat King and a couple other things. But this is actually, I forgot I had this too, and I forgot I put it in that box. So Slash was a figure that I always wanted when I was a kid, and I never got my hands on one for whatever reason. And I had a friend that let me borrow him a few times. But this is Vince's. Vince gave me some of his old turtles that he knew I really wanted. Yeah, he gave me that. He gave me a Super Shredder. He gave me a Razor, I think.
There's some really bizarre
and that's why that's in a bag here with the accessories, because Vince still had that. Vince is so cool for doing that for me. So yeah, this one will hold out.
Okay.
Can we maybe make a pile of stuff that I don't want to put back in the box?
Yeah, I will put that right here. Okay, here's some,
Braden says Violator was used as a module for sprite design in the Hexen and Heretic. Fascinating. Okay.
Here is...
Braden says the plastic looks darker, though I don't know if it's the lighting. It is possibly the lighting, yeah. And I could like this a little brighter. Give me a second. I was trying not to wash everything out, which is why it's lit the way it is. So let me go a little brighter.
I think that looks better, yeah. It's a little washed out, but it's
fine. It washes things out a little bit, but maybe you can see them a little better. I don't know. What do you guys think? Should I split the middle, maybe?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Okay. Yeah. This is a work in progress, everybody.
Okay, and then here are some more Michelangelos.
But this way you guys can still see everything up close. Oh, wow, I actually have this one. Okay, so I'm getting excited. This is fun. Okay, so this is the goofy, giant, smiley Michelangelo. I can't remember what the deal was with the sewer packs. Like, I can't remember if he was supposed to talk, or if these open up and have things in them. Because there's a set where they open in the back. They've done reproductions of those, where they've got, like, the weapons and things in the back. But they look angrier and meaner. I don't think that's the same as these. But I forgot I had this guy. And then here's the Michelangelo with his tongue sticking out.
And then he's got...
This is the one I remember the most.
This thing.
I remember playing with this the most. So he's going to do something now that's just, like, physically impossible for a human being. And really, a turtle shouldn't be able to do this either, where he just spins his hand around.
Wait, what?
Yes, this was my favorite Michelangelo. And once again, just because he's ridiculous. And once again, he's missing his belt. We all as kids lost the belts on these. Hopefully that's actually in there somewhere, but I doubt that it is. I probably just lost that forever at this point. But I'm surprised already by some of these turtles that still have their belts and look not horribly played with.
Yeah.
We'll get to the mutating ones here in a little bit, I'm sure.
Probably. Yeah, if you could hand those back to me.
Oh, yeah, sure.
And I'll put them in the pile. And then I'll take this stuff at the end and put it in here.
That was in great shape.
Yeah. Come on, then. Oh, wait. Is this...
Braden the Michelangelo who laughs. Braden's comments are hilarious this evening. Hi, Nicholas Bodo. Good to see you, man. Woodgrain Beanie, I have that same Samurai Leo in my chest of old toys. Well, you should do a stream like this, too. Let's see your toys, also.
Okay, here you go.
So we should all do this.
Here's some stuff.
Let's make a playlist of... Oh my god, this gets random. Okay, so here's a random Ferengi. This would be like a Last Outpost Ferengi that came with a lightning whip. For those of you that don't know Star Trek and TNG, you'll have no idea what I'm talking about. I don't know if I have one of these in the case, Jason. I wasn't expecting to see any Playmate Star Trek in here. Is there more?
Yep.
Oh, he's running into more. Well, and some of this is not Playmates.
Right.
Well, okay. Some of this is Playmates, but not the same scale as the 4.5, 5-inch Playmates. Which I just gave a bunch of to Mikey for his birthday, and I got him some playsets. He's got the bridge now, and the transporter, and engineering from Generations, and we'll show all that later on when we do Star Trek. But anyway, so yeah, I'll have to see if I've got one of these in there, and if he's got his base in there. But anyway, okay, so here's...
So this is a keep?
To keep that one out, here's a Beverly Crusher that's in a taller scale, I think. I say that's a taller scale. It is, isn't it? Can I see that?
Well, you can't really tell because it's a Ferengi.
Oh, that's a good point too. Yeah. No, I think I think this is a different scale. I want to say this is the same that first contact, like the 6-inch, the taller 6-inch figures that had like Zephyr Cochrane, and I've got that Zephyr Cochrane in Data. But see, she looks a little smaller than that. I'm not sure if I'm right about it. Anyway, this is not interesting to anybody probably. This Spock is from, I think, the Art Asylum line, and I've got several of these in that other chest I told you about. So some figures have wound up in here that I bought later. But I'm going to hold him out too because he doesn't really belong in here. And also I might try to display those Star Trek figures somewhere that I don't have displayed right now. Okay. And then here's a weird bendy Borg that I completely forgot about. And
look at that.
And there may be an 8472 in there.
Really?
Which is the goofiest looking one, yeah. But anyway, look at this guy. Look at his big head. Mikey is going to have so much fun playing with some of this stuff. He's on a real Star Trek kick right now.
Yeah. Okay.
Hi, Adam March. Good to see you. Nicholas, did you only any Marvel action figures? I think he means, did you own any Marvel action figures? Yes, we'll get to some Spider-Man when we get down here.
Yep.
I had mostly Spider-Man. I didn't really have a lot of X-Men or anybody else, but it was, I think... and I always wanted more X-Men, but for some reason I wound up with more Spider-Man stuff.
Okay, let me get some more stuff.
Okay.
What is this?
We gotta get more stuff on this carpet here.
Yeah.
On this drab, like mid-80s looking carpet. Well, come on, Jason. Thomas Lowe, any He-Man, Thundercats, or G.I. Joe collectors here? Yeah, and I wasn't. That was all kind of before my time. And I wasn't really a Transformers guy either. Yeah, okay, so again, there's some weird, like, later stuff that are not really from childhood in here, too, apparently. So here is a Bendy, Robin, and Batman from 60s Batman. I don't even remember when I got those or how I went up with those.
A Joker?
Oh, here's a Joker. I think it was like a 4-pack, maybe.
Okay.
So you might see a Catwoman in there, too. Okay. I think that's the other one.
Well, I did give you a Catwoman, but I don't know if that was...
But you didn't give me a Catwoman. Oh, yes, you did. There's the fourth one, yep. So there's Julie Newmar in Bendy form. She has Bendy syndrome, Jason.
Yeah.
And then...
Bendy syndrome.
Here is Bane from animated series. And this was one that I actually had in the case, or in the case, on card, in the box for the longest time. And when I opened up a lot of figures, I did end up opening him as well. That was for the sake of space. We moved into a smaller apartment, and I just couldn't keep everything if I wasn't going to open it. So we kept everything, well, mostly. This one apparently not, but we had I've got the backs of boxes all in a big plastic case, and I kept all of the accessories and stuff together. So his stuff is probably in that other box. I'm not sure why he's separate from it, but he's in really good shape because he didn't really get played with. But yeah, I was never the biggest fan, like a lot of people, of Bane from that show. But when I went back a few years ago and did a commentary on it, I liked it a lot more than I remembered it. And then here is a much larger Bane that was from a line from the mid-90s based on comics. They were these real big, like, 7-inch figures, I think. And Jason, there was a Scarecrow in that line. And yeah, it was a neat line. They were massive. And they all had gimmicks, like so much stuff from the 90s. So you push a button in the back and then he smacks the crap out of you. It's on the tip of my tongue. I'm trying to remember the name of this line. It's not coming to me.
There's so much stuff in here. Like, what?
I think there was a Riddler in that line, too. Yeah, we're almost certainly not going to get through everything tonight.
No.
Okay, so Jason, I figured this would happen. This is the first it's happened. I have no idea where I got this. This one This is a Batman Beyond?
Oh, yeah.
Did not know I had that. No idea. He doesn't have anything that comes with him. It looks like he had a cape that hooked to the back. And he's got a little bit of like a cool translucent thing going on with his hands. He's cool looking. I don't know where he came from, but I'm glad I've got that. That's neat.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna let the kids play with some of this stuff. Okay, here's our first Spider-Man figure. So somebody asked if I had any Marvel stuff. This was from a Spider-Man line. It is Doctor Strange, and his cape is in there somewhere.
Okay.
Jason's gonna find all the accessories at the end here.
I grabbed him like because for a split second I thought he was Ra's al Ghul. So
that's great. He's trying to give me like things. He is not Ra's al Ghul. That's Ra's al Doctor Strange.
Ra's al Doctor Strange.
Yeah, he was from a wave they did in, I want to say, later animated Spider-Man, when there were a lot of different Marvel characters that showed up in that show, and so Doctor Strange started showing up in like he's in the last season. I think he's there before that. I know he's mixed up in Secret Wars, but then I think that same wave might have had Black Cat. We'll see her in here also. But yeah, Marvel Legends has been doing kind of like new, more detailed reproductions, and I think in a larger scale, maybe. I might be wrong, because I don't have any of them, of those figures, and with cards that look like those, but then they keep making figures that they didn't have back then, and DJ's been buying those, and those are super cool. When he started buying those, they're really pretty. I got a little jealous. I started thinking about getting that, but I've got too many collections. I'm buying too much else, so I decided not to get in the middle of that. Too much 60s Batman and Power Rangers for me. Here is Jim Carrey Riddler from Batman Forever, and there should be a black variant in there of this one as well. He's got a cool like black outfit with different colored question marks. I forget what color those are. And he's got a goofy like head rig thing that comes with him that's supposed to be like the box that he can steal your brainwaves with. But it's a good likeness for Jim Carrey. It's a good. Let me see if I can get this in here. It's a good Jim Carrey face. But yeah, I was always partial to that figure.
Wait, is this one supposed to be 8472?
Yes, it is!
Oh my god!
I'll show you that in a second.
Okay, hold up.
Here is a Batman that I think came out in the Returns line, so of course it looks like 89 Batman. And this one, Jason, I did not buy new and didn't have on card. I remember dumpster diving this.
Oh, really?
Yeah, my dad found it. Well, I say dumpster diving. My dad was in an apartment at the time, and I don't know how I remember this, but I remember it vividly. And he found it in the trash. He's like, "Oh, look, this is Batman in the trash," and he gave it to me. And I think at the time the ears were both still intact. But now one of them is very broken off. But anyway, you had all these figures that were in weird colors, and it was always difficult with Batman and sometimes other characters too to get they're like main protagonist superheroes, to get the one that looked normal, that looked just like Batman. Where you're like, I don't want scuba diving Batman. I don't need jetpack flying Batman. Just give me I don't need like your party decorating Batman. Just give me Batman.
Okay, let's do.
What else do you see?
Do more Star Trek. I have a few more Star Trek.
Exactly. Thomas Lowe says toys and accessories each sold separately. Yeah, you're gonna find a bunch of that in the bottom of this probably.
Yeah, probably.
Okay, here's some more Star Trek.
Some more Star Trek.
So this is a Geordi from First Contact. That's why he doesn't have his visor. Now you will also see sometimes some Playmates Geordis that don't have visors because people took the visors off and lost them because they did detach, which was neat. Because
that's cool.
Yeah, because he had the pupilless eyes underneath.
Right.
So he actually could take it off and do that, which was cool. Sorry, I'm not really letting you react enough to these things. I'm just kind of talking about them.
That's fine. I mean, I am, like, being like, whoa.
Here's a Locutus.
Mm-hmm.
I probably have, like, 4 or 5 of these by now, although this one, I remember specifically, was from a later exclusive Target release that gave you, like, a Locutus, a Borg, and a Picard, I think. It was a special Target release, and it was real late in Playmates ownership of that before they lost the license. They've gotten it back subsequently now, but anyway, so that's why he's more silver, and that's probably the coolest version of Locutus. And then here is Bendy 8472. Look at that thing.
I think there's a Bendy other thing too, but I don't know what it is.
I think that line only had 3, and I think I got all of them, but I forget what the other one. It was a Cardassian. I'm almost positive.
Here.
Yeah, no, it was a Jem'Hadar.
Yeah.
There you go.
Okay.
It's all coming back to me. I honestly did not remember that I had these. Are you saving out some of the Star Trek? These bendy
yes.
Star Trek guys I want you to save out.
Okay, I will.
I'll display those
Yeah,
somewhere.
I am saving the Star Trek. And then if there's anything else you want me to save, I can. If you want to just look at this pile when we're done.
Yeah. Well, let's start trying to roll a little bit quicker. We're already
Okay.
almost half an hour here, and
Alright.
I think some folks have gotten bored with this and gone to bed.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I'm enjoying
Let's do some more
myself.
Ninja Turtles.
Okay, here we go. Back to
because
Ninja Turtles.
We have started losing limbs now.
What do you think is the coolest figure you've seen so far?
So far,
Or the one that you would steal from me if you could?
the 8472. No, the huge Violator.
With his chopper?
Yeah.
We gotta find a place to put him. We really should just
Get
set
to
him
the
up
chopper.
someplace. Gotta get to the chopper. Okay, this is mutating Splinter, who has unfortunately lost a foot. And I think my original Splinter is missing a leg or an arm, which means the Splinters just cannot keep their body parts. I don't know what that's about. Oh man, I'm so glad we found him again. We might save him out too, just so that Mikey can play with him with the other turtles. This is, I think, the only figure I bought from this line.
This is 03?
When 03 Turtles started, yeah, I was in love with the Shredder design. And when the figures came out, I was like, I have to have that Shredder. And I bought it around the same time as I got Zeltrax from Power Rangers Dino Thunder, who should also be in there.
Oh, okay.
I do believe.
I wore a Power Ranger shirt, and then I'm like, oh, there's not going to be any Power Rangers in here.
That's probably going to be the only Power Rangers thing in there.
Okay.
Because my old childhood Power, and I've talked about this before, Power Rangers went to my brother Dennis.
Oh.
And I got to keep the Zords and stuff.
Oh.
And unfortunately, he doesn't have that stuff anymore.
Oh, he doesn't?
No. And then this is like Detective Donatello, and he's missing an arm.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, he's missing part of an arm.
Okay, so keep Shredder.
He's like an amputee. Yeah, leave him out.
Yep. Sounds good. And
We're just going to have a mix of crap we've got to figure out a place for here.
there you go.
Sorry, I need a quick break here. CG Anime fan, I have the same Shredder action figure, and I love it. Yeah, no, it's wonderful. Nicholas Bodo, 03 top 1 Shredder design. I think I'm to a place where my absolute... Like, I think he's third for me.
Yeah.
And I've talked about this before, but I think my top Shredder, it waffles, it oscillates,
Yeah.
but I think it's still the 90s movie.
It's Batman Ninja Turtles.
And then second to that is Batman Ninja Turtles.
Batman Ninja Turtles.
Where they took the 87 cartoon design and they made it just badass.
Yeah. Yep.
So
Okay.
good. All right, what else you got for me? What else do I have for me? Oh, you found him! I've been looking for this! Okay, we have to hold this out, too.
Okay.
Why is he in that box? Because this has to go with my Zords. Okay, so I'm very upset with myself because years ago at a yard sale, I sold, and it's worth a lot of money now, my ZL Megazord. And I really miss it, and I want another one, and I can't find one for less than like $125, $150. I might buy the reproduction they made, but I don't think it comes apart.
Yeah.
Which is a bummer, but at least I got to display it. And it's like 50 or 60 bucks. Anyway, but I still have this guy from Zeo, and this is Auric the Conqueror. And he's got a big key, and if you watch that episode, the fact that he's got a key with this makes no sense. Because in the show, he's like this size, maybe a little bigger, and then you turn the key, and then he gets big.
Yeah.
But here you take the same key, and I guess either he's very small or the key is freakishly large.
Yeah.
Because then he gets big, and you can open him up without the key, as I'm doing now. But the key should be in there somewhere. And see, look, I've still got the sticker on this from that same yard sale. Because I was just like, I'm not really into Power Rangers anymore. I guess I'll get rid of my Power Ranger stuff. And then since you've gotten... older and more kids and everything, and there's been a lot of great stuff for, the adult base. I've gotten much, much more into Power Rangers. And so there are a couple things I've found recently with old yard sale stickers on it where I'm like, oh, thank God that didn't sell. Mm-hmm. I didn't really want to sell that as, or at least I don't now, But anyway, yeah, Auric, I can't get his head to come out, so we are going to have to find that key. But yeah, he's curiously got kind of a mohawk. Nicholas Moto, do you have any Joker figures? I feel like I'm playing Go Fish here. Yes, I do. Oh, there's the Joker Cycle. Okay, that is one of the earliest toys I ever owned.
Oh, wow.
And that has a sidecar that is not supposed to disconnect, but it broke off.
Oh, no.
I don't think it's supposed to disconnect. But if we find it, I think we can kind of squeeze it back on.
Okay. So,
And I should have... Because I think this was from 89? No, it's not. Well... Or was this from, like, the... What's it called? The Superpowers collection? I'm actually not sure. Because I know the initial 89 wave didn't have a Joker cycle or copter or anything like that. And of course, there wasn't a cycle in the movie, but with a lot of things back then, that didn't stop them from making it. Like, there's a Robin figure for Batman Returns. He's not even in that movie.
Wait, there is?
Yes, there is.
What?
And I have... Oh! And I don't have the Robin figure, but I have the vehicle that they put out for that. Even though Robin's not in that movie. You'll find that in there, too.
I'm going to give you some Spider-Man stuff, and then I'm going to go to the bathroom real quick.
Oh, okay, sure.
If that's alright. So...
Wood Grain Beanie. The only Zord I ever had was White Tiger Zord that I got from a Salvation Army. Oh, cool. Nice find, man. I have that very Zord myself. Okay, so I guess I'll go through these while Jason's running off. So here is Doppelganger, who has lost a leg, but I replaced this Doppelganger a few years ago. I found one that was intact at a vintage stock, I think. And so he should be in here too, unless that's that one, and he also lost a leg. I'm hoping that that's not the case. I have some older Spider-Man toys here that weren't from my childhood, but in fact in old pastor from a church I used to go to. I don't mean to call him old, but a pastor from a church I used to go to, who was really into comics and stuff, sold me some old figures that he didn't want anymore. And this one probably went on like a motorcycle or something. And that was maybe from the 80s show or like a 70s release. I'm really not sure. And then this Peter Parker with the half Spider-Man face was a McDonald's toy. And you flip him around and he's just regular Peter Parker. And he's holding his camera. And then it was kind of neat that they did this because the 90s show kind of did that half Spider-Man face thing that the Stanley Comics did. Have you seen this?
I didn't know you had one.
That old McDonald's toy. Okay, and then I've got this weird, like, color-changing Venom. I think he changes colors when you put him in water.
Oh.
And
I wonder if it still works.
And I didn't get that when it came out. I got that much later. I'm not even sure how it went up with it. Could have been a yard sale find or something. Wood Grain Beanie says, I love that Peter Parker. Yeah, I've had that one forever. Here you go.
Thank you.
Well, how much of this realistically are we going to get through?
I think we're going to get through some of it. A portion of it. Maybe half of it.
Okay, I don't remember what line this Spider-Man comes from. He's got a lot of articulation, and he's clearly a relatively more recent figure from a lot of this 90s stuff. But he's not... I don't think he's from a movie. I'm trying to figure out what he is. He might be a movie figure. I doubt it, though. But I'm not sure why his head is cocked to one side like that. Yeah, I don't remember where I got that either. Anyway. Okay, and then here is a Carnage that I've had for a long time. And I think he had... I don't know, he had some kind of crazy, gnarly accessory, but I forget what it was. And he's got... Because he has a wheel in the back that's supposed to do something, but, like, it doesn't right now. So, I think he comes with something.
What was it supposed to do?
Your guess is as good as mine right now. Everybody, show up and watch me try to remember things. That's this show. And then here is the Deathlock Spider-Man that showed up in the finale of the 90s cartoon. And it's cool that he still has his ridiculous Rob Liefeld-esque oh no, what did he find? Neck rig with the like bazooka and everything.
Oh man.
There you go.
I found something.
Not bazooka, but like.
I'm not even gonna put this with things. I'm just gonna put it by itself.
Okay.
Because this is cool for me.
I can't wait to see what he's excited about. Oh, I forgot I had this. Yeah.
He's got cookies in his mouth.
This I think was also a yard sale find. So this is special for Jayson and is kind of nostalgic. It's an Imperiax that I found sometime around when Jayson was like 4 or 5. And there's an old video on the channel with Jayson identifying characters. And I decided to throw in a couple of hard ones. I knew he would know who Imperiax was, so I put up a picture of Imperiax, and Jayson just goes, he's got cookies in his mouth.
Yeah,
he's got cookies in his mouth. Because the...
What the heck is this?
Because the art with... Oh, that...
What's that?
So that has part of the face and the front of it's missing. But, yeah, and I don't know why they made this is so ridiculous, but that color-changing Venom I told you about, goes on this.
Oh, wait.
Yeah, he rides this. He's like a water Venom.
Wait, that's that? Wait,
that,
what?
like, sprays things. Well, I say it sprays things. It had projectiles at one time, but I think you were supposed to put it in water. I don't know. I don't know where I got that. Or why I kept it. It's preposterous.
Yeah.
Okay, here, take that. But anyway, yeah, that's a cool Imperiax. There's a lot more in this chest than I realized.
Okay, I'm gonna just...
Thomas Lowe says that looks like a figure art Spider-Man cap. Oh, okay. I don't think that's a thing that I bought in box and open. That was probably also like a yard sale find or a flea market find or something like that. I buy a lot of stuff secondhand. Okay, Jayson, you want to take Imperiax back?
Yes. And then I will just give you some stuff that doesn't have to do with anything that we've...
Some of these cool bigger figures I would love to display someplace, but I don't have a place for them.
These are just some other things. Here's some other things. That...
Nicholas Bodo says, Bane... Sorry, can I read this real quick? Yeah. Bane and Carnage are my 2 favorite figures you own so far. Which Bane? The big crazy one or the with the smacks you in the face?
And there might be another one. There might be another one.
There could be another Bane.
I know there's another one. I saw it. Okay.
Probably. Okay.
Here's some just random ones.
Okay, we got some Matrix in here. Well, yeah, this does get random. Okay, so we'll start with... Why do I have this? I'm pretty sure this guy... Am I wrong about this? Was this guy from Dante's Inferno?
Wait, what?
I think that was a figure that they put out with a pre-order for the game Dante's Inferno.
Is it?
And I must have just thrown him in here because it was an action figure. Yeah, so not really childhood. I bought that when I was working at GameStop. I actually rebought that game recently and was going to go back through it. It's a God of War clone, and it's not exactly a AAA title, but I enjoyed it, even though some of the enemies, showed up too often. But anyway, it's really funny that that's in there. Speaking of movie Spider-Man, and his mask should be in there somewhere, but here is the human Spider-Man. So this is when he's a wrestler.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. He's like, oh, you got my name wrong. I'm the human spider. So yeah, I had to have that because of like 3 minutes of playtime. And I just wish that they'd put out a bone saw.
Yeah.
But I don't think they made a bone saw. Oh, Nicholas Bodo loves the giant Bane. That was one of my favorite figures when I was a kid. I love that thing. Here you go.
Well, I have a lot of...
I feel like we're taking too long on these things, but I also feel like I should be remembering cool things I can tell you guys about some of these figures that I don't. Because see, I'm used to reviewing, but this has to be, quicker than that.
Well, and we're only 40 minutes in. We can do another like 40 minutes.
That's true.
Like. Yeah.
That's true. Yeah. But this is just more like a show and tell thing.
Yeah.
You can't even really call it a recommends. Because we're gonna find half the stuff. Okay, so here are
stealing from Dad.
Totally unposable, basically statues, but were released as action figures. Neo and
that's supposed to be Neo?
Smith.
Wait, that's supposed to be Neo?
And these go on bases that are probably in there. That Neo is, I think, has a base of like gnarly, like mangled steel that he stands on. Braden says he's looking for that Carnage toy. There might be another Carnage in there too. Because I think I had, well, now this might have been one that was in the box that I opened that's in that other chest I told you about, Jason. But I should have the old animated series Carnage too. Okay, this is Beldar Conehead. And I have his wife Primat in there somewhere as well. And I had the bases for those too. I think those were also Playmates toys. I want those when they came out. I liked Coneheads a lot. I don't think it holds up super well. I haven't seen it in a real long time. Guys, let me know if you can hear me well enough. We've got the microphone further away from us today, since we're having to move around and throw toys everywhere. Here you go.
All right. I collected the Justice League.
But yeah, these were actually really impressive figures, and are really hard to get now.
Yeah, I have actually never seen it. So I've never seen that.
Oh, Jayson collected the Justice League.
I collected the Justice League.
Oh, good job. Okay, now a lot of these were that Pastor's collection that I told you about. He was on a podcast with us once. He called himself in that Pastor X, and he had I think. See, I was gonna say Superpowers line, but I don't think that's what these are. I don't know the name of the line these came from, but these must have been like late 70s, early 80s when Super Friends was popular, but I don't think they're technically Super Friends figures. I'm not sure. But anyway, so we have a Martian Manhunter and an Aquaman. These are in great shape, by the way. And a Hawkman. I forgot I bought these from him. And a Superman. And then, I guess he didn't have a Batman from this line. Here's Flash and Plastic Man and Green Arrow. Sorry, Green Lantern. And I think these are all from that older line, that pre-90s line. But then Jayson also handed me a Batman from the Bruce Timm Justice League show. Here you go. Good job assembling the Justice League. Here you go.
I assembled the Justice League. Even though they don't assemble, the Avengers do. But whatever.
This is fun. And then I guess we're going to have some McDonald's toys in there.
Yeah.
So there's some Brave and the Bold. I guess just in moving, I put a lot more stuff in there that didn't really go there. But yeah, we're gonna see a bunch more of these. So my stepmom has worked for McDonald's for years, and whenever she can, she'll give me toy displays for things that me and my kids like, and we'll very often take those displays apart and let the kids play with them. And so that's how I have so much superhero McDonald's stuff. Wood Grain Beanie, $2 super chat. Thanks, man. He says, this makes me want to get my toy box out of storage. You should. And like I said, I'd love to see what you have as well. And are we like the same era? Does your stuff go back to the 90s, or are you more of like an early 2000s kid? Because a lot of my audience is 18 years younger than me. Here you go.
Oh, thank you.
Hope you guys are enjoying this haphazard stream as we just go through this toy box. And this is what these collection streams are going to be like. We're going to do this with everything in my house.
Yep.
Braden Atkinson, that Carnage figure has a ripcord. Okay. Nicholas says, Jayson did a better job assembling the Justice League than Zack Snyder and Joss Whedon.
Yes. Thank you. All right, here you go. Here's some more.
Wood Green Beanie, I'm enjoying your comments, man. He says, I worked at McDonald's for years and had tons of toys. Oh, that's cool. Oh, there he is. Okay, so we're going to have to keep him out. So here is my old Splinter who's missing a hand and his clothes. He's in bad shape. He's been tortured in this box for years and years. Here is... You don't have to keep him out because I've got the new one and it's in, obviously good shape. And then here's Rat King, who honestly I thought was real scratched up, but he looks fine. These toys... Jayson, these Turtles toys all held up.
Yeah.
Or a lot of them anyway. Besides, just losing the limbs and things. I'm going to leave him out for now for the kids to play with Jayson, but then I am probably going to replace him just so that we get all of his accessories.
Okay.
And then here's one of my favorite toys of all time. We do have to leave him out too. This is Metalhead. Metalhead is one of my favorite Turtles characters. Here you go. And I always loved this one because I don't know how well you'll be able to see this on camera, but yeah, there we go. The way the light hits the eyes, the glint that happens, it's so cool. Take a look at his eyes, Jayson. Isn't that cool?
Whoa, that's awesome.
And he's still got his backpack.
Yeah.
Which is exciting. So yeah, hold him out for me.
I will.
Ooh, I'm excited we're going to be able to put together all these Turtles figures.
And here you go.
All right. Jayson, are you bored yet?
Nope.
Okay. So, everybody's going to make fun of me, but I have most of the figures from Batman and Robin, and some of them were quite ridiculous. I don't know why Robin is so shiny. Look how shiny he is. And, like, did he even come with a cape? Yeah, he did. He's got holes in the back for a cape. But I loved these figures back when they came out. And I, like a lot of people, didn't think the movie was very good. Even then, like 1997, I would have been, what, 13? And 12, 13. And I was kind of baffled by how goofy it was, but I still really enjoyed the figures. And I've got the Batgirl from that. Okay, cool. We've got this too. And I think I have 2 of these for some reason, Jayson. But here is the color change Robin, where you can make him Dick Grayson or Robin, and you can add water to his face that gives him his domino mask. And he's kind of like
water to things.
He's kind of like the Bruce Wayne figure that you could add that we had in both '89 and Batman Returns, and they just put out the exact same figure twice. I didn't know that. I have him twice because I have the '89 one and the Batman Returns one. This is sort of like that in that he's got pieces that you can connect to him that makes him Robin, and just like that Batman, he's pretty obviously Robin even without it. But at least you can look at this and go, well, he's supposed to be in his circus outfit, you know, his trapeze artist gear. There's no excuse with with Bruce Wayne. You know what that Bruce Wayne did? We'll see him here in a little bit. Do you have him? Are you looking at him?
Nope.
Okay, there's a... Look at me for a minute, Jayson. There's a black leotard Bruce Wayne. Mm-hmm. He's got a bat symbol in the corner of his shirt, and you're like, well, it's your secret identity. Why are you going around sporting a bat symbol? Like, oh, I'm just a fan, I guess. Anyway, so there's that. And then, okay, so this Nightwing I've always loved, too. This is from... Whoever said they loved that... Was it Wood Green Beanie or Nicholas Bodo? Whoever said they loved that crazy giant Bane, this was from the same line. And I love the poses these guys are in. I didn't mind this, where you only had a few points of articulation, and they were in really specific poses, so you can move them enough to play with them. But then when you displayed them, they look like a statue.
That's cool.
I never minded that.
No, I don't mind that.
And, I mean, it's nice to have a happy medium where, like, at least the knees bend and the arms bend, so when you're playing with them when you're a kid, you can do more with them.
Yeah.
But when there's too much articulation, when you'll see things now that boast like 32, 40 points of articulation, you're like, oh, well, good. If you're playing with it, it just completely crumbles in your hand. But then you can display it, make cool poses with that, I guess. So it just depends on what you're wanting to do with it. But I found these really fun to play with. And he's got a yellow shoulder pad thing that goes on top of him that we should find here after a little bit. We could do a part 2 that's just going through accessories.
Yeah, I didn't know how many, like, accessories and things you wanted me to pull out, because...
Well, if you knew what they went with, you would have been putting them with them already.
I don't,
But you don't, so
have no idea.
It's fine. As we go through them, I will let you know what they go with. This is a Robin. I think this is the only one I have from that show. And I don't have a lot of animated series. I have a few things. I have the Phantasm Batman, the purple Phantasm Batman. Mm-hmm. One of my favorite figures. Love that one. But this is a yellow Robin. This is another one of those figures where you go, why can't I just have the suit that looks like it's from the show? But that's a cool figure. I forget what color the cape was, if it was black or red or what that was. This I got a lot later. I don't know. Once again, not sure why it's in this box. I had him on display at one point back in the old house. But this is Red Robin, but specifically Kingdom Come Red Robin.
Oh.
So that's where that design first appears, and then we appropriate that design for Tim Drake later when he gets spun off into his own book.
Yeah.
Maybe he was Red Robin for a while before he got that book. I'm not sure, but that's when I was first familiar with it. But yeah, that's a wonderful figure. I bought that in the early 2010s, I think.
Okay.
Should have the box for that somewhere. There you go.
Okay. There's a lot of stuff. I'm doing a lot of
Folks,
stuff right now,
we're
so-
not even at the halfway point. Which means this is, I don't think, this is almost certainly going to have to be in 2 parts.
I think we're maybe around the halfway point. We're like getting there.
We'll go to an hour 15, an hour 20.
Okay.
See where we're at. He's throwing a giant hand at me here. So again, we'll go through these things real quickly when we find them. These are just McDonald's toys. But they're cool. Here's that variant. Okay, so they're just sometimes black, sometimes green question marks. But here's that variant I told you about with that Jim Carrey Riddler. Loved those when I was a kid. Here is a battle-clad Return of Superman from the Death of Superman line. And I had most of these figures. There's a cool, just regular Superman with arms that pop up. And then you had this one that I think came with a vehicle of some kind. We'll see if we run into that. I can't remember what it looks like. This Flash is from a line... I think it came out around the same time as the one with the giant beam, but it's not that same line. And there's a Hawkman in there that also goes with this line. It's all coming back to me. And
I did give you a
the
Hawkman.
name of, I know what it is. The name of that line is Total Justice.
Total Justice.
Total Justice had 2 unique things going for it, Jason. One, well, besides the fact that it's just in a larger scale. One is they had armor that popped on and off. You'll find all those pieces later. They're all in there, I'm sure. And they also had a really crappy comic miniseries that was published to sell them. Yeah, so it wasn't like they came with the figures, but it was published to sell them. And I have reviewed it, and I believe Mark Wade wrote it.
Oh.
So you can go back on the channel and find that review. I've talked about that before. Here is Clark Kent, who is not messing around. He's not wearing a Superman symbol. He doesn't have pieces of a Superman suit that you can't cover up. He's just Clark Kent. And he's wearing his very 90s leather jacket. But the way they sold that figure was there was a Superman car you could get with wings that popped out of the sides. And there was like a quick change thing the car did where you had a Clark Kent in it and a Superman in it, and you pressed a button, it flipped around, and now you're Superman.
Oh man, that's awesome.
And I don't think I have that car. I might. I can't remember. If I got the car, I got it later. But that Clark Kent I think I also found later. I don't think I had that when I was a kid. I don't know how interesting any of this is to anybody, but...
Okay.
I'm enjoying the walk down memory lane, though.
No. Okay,
And everybody, let me know what you think of this setup, if you're able to see the figures better that way.
and just tell me when you want me to keep any of them.
Yeah, keep them out. Yeah, so far I'm good.
Because
but-
I'm not doing that.
Yeah, no problem.
Here's some stuff.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Here's some bigger figures.
Okay, so this Dark Side is awesome. Now, and I love how big these are. This is also from that. It's driving me crazy. Was this also Total Justice? Yeah, I don't think Bane was. I think this was part of the Total Justice line, though, because they're like, well, we got to give you a couple of villains, too. I always appreciated that, when you didn't just get superheroes, you had a couple of bad guys to fight, too. And I very rarely bought everything from a line. I was never a completionist, but these I loved and got a lot of. And I don't know, I guess my dad was just cool and bought most of them for me. Most, if not all. I believe the villains that came with this set were Darkseid and Despero and maybe Cheetah. Mm-hmm. Which is interesting because those villains were all in the Justice League fighting game on Super Nintendo and Genesis.
Oh, yeah.
Around the same time. But anyway, he's weird because he's got this very strange grapple thing that doesn't come off. Like, you're stuck with that. You know, when you think of the almighty Darkseid, you don't think of Omega Beams. No, you think of his big-ass grappling hand. Like, that's why everybody's scared of Darkseid on Apocalypse.
Yeah.
Like, the reason that he's got that planet by an iron grip, it's not even an iron grip. It's just a grapple hand. Anyway, so that's that. And then for some reason we have Bane. Here's Bane. I've got a few Begins in Dark Knight and Rises figures. Once again, I keep thinking of this as just a childhood box, but I guess in the move, I just took a bunch of stuff I had on display in places and threw it all in here. So I think he was sitting on a shelf for a while.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he was.
This is an excellent figure, though.
Yeah.
Like, he's
great.
He's actually really quite good. I appreciate the plastic coat that actually pops open. That's pretty cool. I wonder if you can button. I don't think you can button it, but that's neat. Gary Pizza. Gotham's not even known for it. Here is also an Azrael that I got later on that was in another line that was around that Total Justice period, but I don't think it is Total Justice. But maybe it is, though, because like those, it's in that big scale. And check it out, Jason. Were there two of those lines, maybe? I'm not sure. I don't think there was. But then check this out. He's got this goofy gimmick. Whoa! What's he gonna do? Oh, you know what? I keep twisting it. I think you can just squeeze the legs. I think that's all you have. Which, you know, you're just playing like you gotta use your imagination. See, when I was a kid, we were expected to use our imaginations with things. Because, you know, in real life, it'd be pretty goofy if you had to, like, twitch your leg to make your arm pop up.
Yeah.
Okay, so anyway, there's that. And then, this was also from that Death of Superman line. Here is the Doomsday from that line. I think an excellent figure. The thing that comes to mind immediately when I look at this, Jason, is the stop-motion action figure movie that I made in high school.
Yeah.
That I did some stuff with Doomsday in. And some of these figures I used in that, and that's coming back to me. Maybe someday I'll show you guys that. If I feel like really, really embarrassing myself. But I did a big project in high school for class. We got a really good grade on it. Me and a friend of mine. And then we did a follow-up. We loved it so much, we did a follow-up for no good reason in college.
Yeah. And that's the one that I remember. I don't even think I've seen the original. I think I've just seen the sequel.
Oh, really?
Because the sequel is the one with the monkey.
Yes.
Yeah.
The monkey's the villain.
Yeah.
The first movie, it was about the villains and heroes getting into a feud over Mr. Freeze and Supergirl getting married or something. And it was called Who Watches the Watchers of the Watchers' Watchers' Watcher? And then the second movie was called The Very Long... I don't know, it was like very extremely something... So there was like a million adjectives, Long Hallway. And we just subsequently called it Long Hallway, so I can't remember the rest of it now, but... Brain says you should show us. Maybe someday. I might have to get really drunk, but anyway. All right.
More stuff.
Moving right along.
More stuff.
Oh, you found more Star Trek. Okay. So this is an Earl Grey tea box. Somebody in Star Trek Club, my old Star Trek Club, gave me that. And people did inventive things with stuff they found that reminded them of Star Trek. And there was something cool that came in that was Star Trek related. I can't remember what. But for some reason, that's in this box. All right. Here is Zephram Cochrane from that taller First Contact line. And there's a Deanna Troi and a Data, but I don't think they're in this box. I think I got those out and let Mikey play with them at one point, Jason. So some of that's separated now. I'm going to have you leave all the Star Trek out, because I don't know what I want to do with it yet.
Every Star Trek.
Here's another board that came with that Locutus that I mentioned was a Target exclusive thing. Here is Ambassador Worf from All Good Things.
Oh, that's what that is, yeah.
And leave him out because I don't know if I've got one of those in the case over here.
Okay.
We'll go through those. I have a video from years ago with Brandon and I going through all the Playmates, but we'll probably do it again when we go through the Star Trek. Maybe a little bit more lickety-split. The Star Trek area is probably going to be like 12 videos. Like, there's so much to do over there. Like, just the reference material is probably going to take 3 or 4 streams.
Yeah.
There's so much of it.
Yeah.
It's going to be nuts. And we're going to have, like, nobody watching. It's like nobody's gonna care about that, but I'm gonna do it anyway, because I'm a completionist, at least about that. And then here is another Jem'Hadar. That's Jem'Hadar. Okay.
Jem'Hadar. Okay.
All right, we're at an hour, Jason. What do you think? 15, 20 more minutes?
Let's go. Let's keep going.
Thomas Lowe says that reminds me of the Smallville Crypto Freaks commercial you did on the channel years ago. Yeah, I used to do a lot of goofy comedy videos like that. Okay, here is Mr. Freeze from Batman and Robin, and I think that's the only one of. They released a couple versions of him, and I think that's the only one I have that came with a snow vehicle. That should be in there. And then here, oh wow, I forgot I even had this. This must have also been a yard sale find or something, because I didn't have this when I was a kid. But wow, he's cool. Sorry, I'm going to show you guys what I'm looking at here. Here is a Scarecrow from the animated series, and he's got the same like jewel eye thing going on that Metalhead did. Did you see that? The way the light hits his eyes.
That's awesome.
I don't know if you guys can see that.
Yeah.
Let's see if I can get the light to hit it. I can't quite get it, but take a look at it. It's really cool.
Whoa.
And then here he is. Here's Bob the Goon, and I think I have a complete Bob the Goon with card and hat and gun and everything. Not unopened anymore. We did open him. Your mom did a review with him years ago when she had an action figure show for a few episodes, and then decided that she didn't love making that. They did really well. People loved them. I wish I made more, but she's never loved being on camera, so she quit doing it. But anyway, here's my childhood Bob the Goon. I'm almost positive. And I was just seeing if the sticker was starting to wear off, but it still looks pretty good. Yeah. Did you see his fingerless gloves?
That's awesome.
It's neat that they went to the detail to actually give him his fingerless gloves.
Yeah. Tanner, are you Bob the Goon?
No, I'm not. Here you go.
Well,
But I'm trying to hand you Bob. Oh, because I wear Well, I'm not wearing them right now.
Okay.
I'm Bob the Goon in disguise.
Okay, here's some,
Braden, that Scarecrow. Isn't he cool? Clone Army, hi. I'll watch Cap. I collect Star Trek novels. He's got no point. I'll watch Cap. Thank you for watching Cap.
I'll watch Cap.
I'll watch Cap. I collect Star Trek novels and have some reference books as well. Would love to see your collection, or like to see your collection. Thanks, man. I have, and I don't mean to toot my own horn. I've been working on this for, oh God, 25 years now.
Mm-hmm.
I must have one of, if not the biggest reference libraries for Star Trek. I say if not the, I probably don't have the biggest. There are crazier Star Trek fans than me, and people that have collected longer, but I've bought out collections from people that go back a lot farther than me. So I do have a lot of 70s and 80s stuff.
That's good.
And I have really hard to find, we'll talk about this when we get there, but I have really hard to find like low print run stuff and things that were just printed in people's basement, and I have a lot of fanzines and things like that. It's gonna be really interesting to get into because some of that stuff I haven't even looked that closely at. So this whole thing is gonna be, just a mission of discovery, and then I guess, Jason, that 60s Batman Bendable set, there were 5 of them, unless Penguin came by himself. Because here's a Penguin who doesn't have a cigar. That's disappointing. Mattel did make Penguins where you could have the cigar.
Yeah.
McFarlane is not doing that.
Okay.
Which is disappointing. And I'm glad that I got the Mattel one. Oh, this is one of my favorite figures, Jason. So I bought her in also the early 2010s. I think I found her at a comic show somewhere. But I think, and I have her card somewhere. But anyway, this is Stephanie Brown, Batgirl. It's just a beautiful figure.
It is.
You gotta love the belt that's not glued on.
Yeah.
That like pops around. It's just really cool. Yeah, sorry, I'm just admiring this again. I totally forgot that I had it. It's such a good sculpt, like her face. I don't know, the shade of that purple. It's beautiful. What a great figure. Hold that out for me. I want to put that in my Batman stuff back here somewhere. This is another Batgirl, but I probably won't display this one. Here is the Batman and Robin Batgirl. Not a bad figure though, for what that is.
Mm-hmm.
And I always like to point this out. You know what somebody should do? Well, I say probably not me, but I paint now. I could do it. I actually could do this, Jason.
Yeah.
I want to get another one of these. I probably won't do it to my childhood, figure, but I don't want to ruin Alicia Silverstone twice. I'm gonna get or the only one. I'm gonna get another one of these at some point and do a repaint for the Batgirl suit from the Birds of Prey TV show.
Oh.
Because that suit is a repaint of this. Do you know that?
Oh, really?
Yeah, they took I've talked about this before, but they took the Batman and Robin suit and they just repainted it. And for years, I praised it up the woozoff for having such a great Batgirl outfit. And then it turns out they just painted. I'm like, okay, well, they came up with a good paint job. Because it looks awesome. But yeah, like I said, I have most of those. And then this is a really beat-up Penguin from the Superpowers collection. He used to have an umbrella. Maybe it's still in there. And those were notorious. It was like a spring-loaded thing that spun. And they were notorious for breaking. And I don't think mine works anymore either. But that is one of the oldest action figures.
Oh, really?
Well, not one of the oldest things in here. We've seen some things older than that. But this is one of the first figures I ever owned.
Wow.
Probably just past the 89 stuff. Anyway.
Why are some of these things in here? What?
This, by the way, has been way more fun than I expected.
What is that in there? What is that in there?
I don't know why that's in there. Hold that out, it doesn't belong.
Oh. Right.
Would you say we're at the halfway point?
I think we're at the halfway point, yep.
Let's do another 10 minutes.
I think we're past the halfway point.
Do you think so? Is there enough for another stream?
Most of this
should we quit?
No. Because most of this is accessories and stuff. So like.
Oh, so you're thinking we should just try to roll through it?
Yeah.
Is that what you're thinking?
Yeah.
All right, let's try to roll through it then.
Oh, do you need more figures?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm waiting on you, son.
All right. Here, have bags.
Oh my God!
Bags.
Look at all of that. Oh, I didn't know where these were. I thought they were all upstairs.
Yeah, you get
I'm
bags.
so happy. Okay. So first of all, this is a figure that I was hoping that they would re-release because I didn't think I had one, but I have one, so I don't have to worry about it. So this is General Trag. Vince is saving me money here because these are in such good shape. I'm not going to buy the reproductions. I mean, they look perfect. There's General Trag from the animated series with all of his accessories in this bag. I'm going to do this one at a time and put these back in their bags. And then here is Casey Jones. Casey Jones is getting a re-release, Jason.
Oh, that's good.
But I'm starting to think I'm not even going to have to buy those. Because if we can find all the accessories... Hold on, I dropped one. Can you help me out? I dropped an accessory down here somewhere. I'm not sure what it was. Oh, right, there it is. Right. Is it a golf club?
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
Something.
Oh, it's a hockey stick. I dropped Casey Jones' hockey stick. But anyway...
It's green. Why is it green?
If I can find... Oh, because it's that Playmates thing that they did with Star Trek also, where everything is painted the same. Unfortunately. But yeah, he's got his golf bag, and he's got, curiously, not a golf club, but he's got a club. And now Jayson is going to give us a beautiful rendition of Casey Jones' catchphrase from the '87 Turtle Show.
Oh gosh, I don't even remember what it is.
What does he say, Jayson?
I don't remember. You
don't remember what Casey Jones said?
He said something really funny.
He calls everybody lawbreaker.
Oh yeah, lawbreaker. Yeah, he's like, oh.
But anyway, if it turns out that I have all the accessories for Rat King, I may not actually have to buy those. Dude, I'm really rethinking. I know I said this already, but I'm really rethinking some of those figures I bought. Because my old ones don't look as bad as I thought.
Whoa. You don't get to see it.
So here's Super Shredder. Ooh, I'm excited.
Wow.
And again, these were all Vince's childhood figures that he knew I didn't have and would want. And he was really awesome and gave them to me. I say that maybe I know a couple of these he gifted me, and maybe the others I bought from him. But if I did, he didn't charge me very much. And he also gave me the sewer playset, and that's in a box somewhere. I gotta find that, but I want to get that back out. Yep. And then this is Toka. Yeah. Right
Razor?
or no? Yeah, that's Toka. I don't know if he gave me a Razor.
Okay.
But see, I thought one of those was upstairs, so it might be the Razor's upstairs. And he gave me an old Mondo Gecko, but I have also bought the reproduction of Mondo Gecko, just because he came in a collection with all those other figures.
Yeah.
So I've got him twice now. Okay, so hold those out.
Hold those.
Our Turtles collection is looking boss right
you
now.
Get more turtles.
Looking
Yeah, more
so
turtles.
good.
More turtles.
Oh boy. Okay. Wait a minute. Okay, should I do it?
Yeah.
Okay. Just hold on. Okay, everybody, we're gonna play a little game. Are you ready? One of these things is not like the others. One of these things just doesn't belong. Can you guess which thing is not like the others? Before I finish this song, if you guessed scrunchy, really weird-looking, unposable Violator, you're absolutely right! What is with this Violator? So, there was this, like, weird 2-pack... What did you break?
Nothing.
There's this really weird 2-pack that... Stop breaking everything! With a Spawn and a Violator, and they're both really scrunchy like this?
Yeah.
When you handed me that for a minute, I was like, wait a minute, I didn't keep that Violator. I gave it to Jeff as a present, because Jeff loved Spawn Year, and he commented on every video, and his favorite thing was slap yourself in the face, and everything I did with the Violator toy. So I actually gave him that toy. But I thought that's what this was for a second, and I had this weird moment where I was like, there's no way that's in this box. No, there's this other weird Violator. This was I can't wait to find out what he's laughing at.
What is this?
So there's
Why are
this...
his legs like that?
I'll show you in a minute. We did a whole joke about that in that stop motion film that I made. But yeah, so I love these mutating figures, and this was the only Bebop I had. So his head flips around. I'm not going to mutate the whole thing, but his head flips around, and he is the human version that you saw in the pilot before he turns into mutated Bebop, and then you can mutate him. But he's got a hand that's missing, unfortunately. And Jayson, they have they've done reproductions of these too.
Oh, he turned human.
Put these, they put these back out, and I thought about getting the Rocksteady just because I never had it, and because I love those boxes. So I don't know. I might still do that. And then here's my old Baxter Stockman. He's still in a little bit better shape than I thought he was, but I never had the wings, or I lost them at some point. Because I don't think my Baxter I got out of the box. I think I got him at a yard sale or something. I'm telling you, though, these are all in way better shape than I remembered. And then here's my original Rocksteady, which I have bought again now. And again, he looks like nearly perfect. Why did I rebuy those figures, Jayson? Yeah. That's all right. Now I've got all the card backs, and that's cool. I'll do something with those. Okay. Sorry, I'm hung up on that. I should have gone back and looked at these before I bought that collection.
Am I going to save any of these?
I don't think you need to save any of those back.
Okay, let me give you some random things. And I really want to know...
Oh, there's an Angela in there.
Yeah, but look.
Oh, yeah, her leg came off.
Look, her head is off.
Head came off, yeah. So those were poorly made. They fell apart really easily.
Came off.
It's in there somewhere. Well, don't give everybody nightmares.
Yeah, well, sorry. Well, here's some random things.
Oh my god, there's some random things
here. I
here.
don't know why his legs are like that.
Okay, I'll show you in a minute. Can you get his wheelchair?
Yes.
Okay, so this is
crap.
a character named Conduit, who's a little-known Superman villain, who we also put in that action figure movie, and there's a point. He has one line, and this came back to me the other day, actually, and I remember it. He goes, I got so angry with Superman that I converted half of my body into kryptonite. Beat that. That's what he says. And he was also, I think, from that Death of Superman line. Which was not billed as a Death of Superman line. It was billed, I forgot what it was called. It was billed as just comic Superman, but a lot of it was Death of Superman.
Okay.
Okay, so this is movie Professor X, and I had a few of these, and I think I actually bought some more a few years ago that I've gotten in this other case, or other toy box. But yeah, if you take him off his wheelchair, his legs dangle
like that
because he's actually crippled. So they went far enough to go, well, if he needs a wheelchair and his legs don't work, the figure cannot be allowed to stand. And I think in the second action figure movie we made, we did something with that where like he's flailing around, like comes out of his wheelchair.
That's so
I forget, but yeah, I always liked the lightness with this. I liked kind of the line they walked in making it look kind of comic booky, but kind of like Professor X. All right, sorry, kind of like Patrick Stewart. But yeah, I always loved that figure. But the dangly legs are hilarious.
Yeah.
Just that he's actually paralyzed. It's really funny. One great meanie says, too accurate. Right now, because says, help, I've fallen and I can't get up. Yeah, like I don't mean to, obviously make fun of people that have paralyzed limbs, but doing it to an action figure is just really funny. Okay, this is one of the oddest figures I own.
Yes.
Here you go.
Yes. Here's another different figure.
Who'd you find?
I found it.
Oh, there he is. He's still great, yeah. So
Whoa.
here's Zeltrax.
Conduit does that thing too.
Oh yeah.
He does this thing.
This is just the most useless superpower, like being able to just spin your wrist around. Like, why would you even want to do that? He's got these big kryptonite tentacles that he comes with that I'm sure are in that box somewhere. But anyway, there you go.
I got too many figures.
But yeah, apologies to any disabled action figures that might be watching. Okay, and then here is... Okay, so this is Zeltrax from Dino Thunder, my favorite character from that show. Here you go. Leave him out, because I'll put him with the Lightning Collection stuff and let the kids play with that. Are we leaving too much out?
Nope.
Is it getting crazy?
Nope.
Okay, this is one of the weirdest things I own. Okay, Jason, what is this?
I have no idea.
Okay.
What is that supposed to be? Birdman?
Birdman! No.
I've never seen it, so
okay.
I don't know.
So I'm going to hand this back to you.
Yeah.
He's got a little logo on his left shoulder.
Okay, I'm going to...
Tell me if you can identify it after you look at that.
Left shoulder.
Do you see it? No, on the front of him. On the yellow. There's a little logo. You see it? see, he's got it. Now, tell me what that is.
Wait.
He's gonna try to transform it.
Oh man,
He looks
Tobias.
He looks really dumb transformed because they couldn't figure out what to do with the wings. Okay, so that is in fact
it's Tobias.
An Animorphs figure.
It's Tobias from Animorphs.
It's Tobias from Animorphs.
Here.
And it is a legitimate Transformer.
Oh wow.
So the box said Transformers.
Oh, it's actually a Transformer.
It is a Transformers Animorphs crossover. The weirdest thing was Visser 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have a giant Visser 3. I always wanted to get my hands on that. These are either going to be stupid cheap still or really expensive and hard to get your hands on. I've never looked them up again. But I bought that when it came out. Well, I say when it came out. It was already on sale. These were not moving. So I think I paid maybe $5 for that.
Yeah.
Maybe. Anyway, I haven't seen him in a long time.
Okay, so we were talking about something in the car.
Isn't that crazy? Here, I'll put him up here so people can look at him for a little bit.
So we were talking about something in the car, and I think I just found it.
Oh, interesting. Oh, interesting. Okay, so I have two of them for some reason.
Oh.
Here, I'll come over here and grab the other one.
Wait, you have it?
Yeah, I have it.
Oh. Oh, wait. Oh.
So one of these I bought around when it came out. This goes back to the mid to late 90s. It's interesting, right? Because it looks like a Diamond Select statue.
It does, yeah.
And I want to put this up. Like I'm not able to fit it with my other ones, but it's in that same scale, or it's real close to that. But this was billed as an action figure because we really didn't make those plastic statues back then. But it's effectively a statue. Like you can't really play with it. None of these figures have any points of articulation or anything. Okay, he does. He can do this, but it's oddly, Jayson, kind of ahead of its time.
Yeah.
You know, because it's. You know, it's a statue. But this one, I lost Mole Man at one point. Oh, so see, Mole Man connects back here. Mm-hmm. This is where it's not as much of a statue because it's weird that it's got pieces you have to put together. And then I found it again at a yard sale or somewhere really cheap. Mm-hmm. And it had his Mole Man. So I went ahead and bought it. So that's why I have two. So I might sell this one or give it away or something at some point. I have not ever had both of these in the same room. Mm-hmm. I'm always forgetting where the other one is. And actually, I totally forgot I even had this at all. And now we found them both. So I'll do something with that other one at some point. Yeah, I'll go ahead and put those over here.
Okay, Dad, Marvel or DC?
Let's go Marvel. We've done, I think, more DC, arguably.
Yeah, we have. Here.
Oh, here we go. Did you find some things that aren't about Spider-Man?
Yes. Although...
Brayden says they can fight now. The Fantastic Four statues?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, we gotta display that one somewhere.
This?
No, the statue. Yeah. I don't know what to do with that Transformer.
Okay, I'm gonna keep it.
You want to keep it out? Okay.
Yeah.
Here is a Punisher, and again, I'm not sure what line that's from, but it looks like it goes back to the, well, is that an early 90s figure? That's probably an early 90s figure. I'm not sure what the line is. It's not a Spider-Man thing, though. I think it was from a Marvel line, and I think it's probably from the same line that this Wolverine came from. And this Wolverine, I think, came from the pastor that sold me that stuff. But this Punisher I've had longer than that. Here is a Daredevil missing part of an arm, but I know I have this one complete with its packaging in that other box. Or at least I think I do. But that was a Marvel line from the early 2000s, maybe? I think. And then here is a Human Torch with like no articulation and no detail or anything. Well, a little bit of articulation. He's kind of weird looking. That might be from the same line as these guys. I'm not sure. And oh wow, I haven't seen this in a long time. This is a little Wolverine statuette that I had on my desk all through high school. And I think I bought that at, this won't mean anything to you guys, but I think I bought that at the old Emporium, Jayson. Do you know about that place? No. My grandma used to take us there all the time, and I think I took you once when you were little. They closed it recently, which is really sad. It was the best flea market ever, and I bought a lot of pop culture stuff there. I bought a lot of Star Trek, a lot of Power Ranger stuff over the years, and I think that came from there. But anyway, that's in I can't think of the name of it. It's in the town that Grandma used to live at, 45 minutes from here. Paola. Doesn't mean anything to anybody else, but anyway, here we go.
Any of these who keep?
I don't think we need to keep any of that out, do we?
Any?
Well, I might
Wolverine?
try to put this Wolverine somewhere.
Okay. Put it on your desk.
Yeah, he'll probably just go on my desk.
Put it back on your desk. Okay.
I'm glad we're doing
Marvel.
This. This feels like unpacking 4 years later. You know, finally. Oh wow. Why do I have this? Where did he come from?
I don't know what that is.
Did Vince give us that? Did that come from a yard sale? That is a kick-ass Hulk figure.
Yeah.
I'm just going to maybe keep that out and let Freddie or Mikey play with it. I I say, I don't know why I buy my kids things. I've got so much stuff already they could be playing with. I'm kidding, but yeah. Okay, this is a Captain America figure that came out around the famous first Avenger, and I think that was maybe a Marvel Legends. I bought that when I worked at the comic shop. Again, I'm not sure why that's in this box, but... And then here is one of my several Galactuses. I couldn't tell you the line, and I don't think I bought that in package. I think he also came from a yard sale or something. How close are we to the bottom?
We're pretty close.
Are we kind of getting there?
Do you want me to just focus on figures? Like that?
Yeah, let's just focus on figures.
Okay.
And we can figure out the accessories later on.
Yeah, we will.
I mean, we'll probably pull up the vehicles and show those off real fast.
Yeah.
Are you going to be okay if we go a little bit later?
Yep.
Okay, because we've got our film shoot tomorrow night, too.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Slowly but surely on the movie, guys. We're shooting about 5 pages a week right now. It's going pretty well. Although we're about to run out of stuff to do at the house. We're about to get to more location shooting. Wow, that Hulk is really cool.
You want to keep that?
I don't even remember that. I had no idea I had that. You gonna keep that out?
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, yeah, keep him out because he'll probably at least go in that other box. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with that.
Let's go back to...
Oh, wow. I'm already seeing some other stuff that's hitting me at a nostalgia place, like, right away.
Let's just do these for a minute while I organize.
Okay.
My DC.
So,
Your DC.
well, how long do you think I can talk about Pez dispensers? All right, so I used to have a massive Pez collection, and I sold a bunch of it at a yard sale years ago. I just went, I'm not really doing anything with these. I don't really display them. I don't guess I have to have them, but I kept a few things here and there. I don't know why there's a Mickey Mouse in there, but there's a Riddler and a Batman. I don't know why they're in there, but yeah. So I used to be a big Pez dispenser guy. I probably had 100, and I guess I've replaced that with Pops now. I don't know.
Okay, I have normal figures again.
I thought you were going to hand me another just boatload of Pez dispensers.
Dispensers. Yeah.
Oh, man, this is taking me back. Here's a penguin. And there should be a black one. Oh, here it is. Here's the other penguin. These came as a 2-pack.
Yeah?
And they had rocket launchers that you strap on their backs. Because they're from Batman Returns.
Right.
And those are in there somewhere. I guarantee you I still have those. I don't have to toot my own horn, but I think did it as a kid a pretty good job of taking care of my stuff. Okay, here, wow. He is in much better shape than I expected.
Yeah.
Okay, here is my 89 Joker. And I don't know if he still has his squeeze box that shoots water out of the flower. But he's in good shape. He's not real scratched up. Now, I will say... Oh, you know why? Okay, I'm cheating on that. Now that I'm thinking about it, that is I don't believe that's my childhood Joker. I think I rebought him sometime in the mid-2000s on card, but it was a card that was partly broken, and over time it just came apart, so I ended up taking him out. So he should be complete. He should have all of his stuff in there. But my original Joker, now that I'm remembering it, the leg broke off. So that's why he's in good shape, because he's not actually been played with. I was post the age of playing with toys. I was just collecting them at that point. Here, because I was like 20. Here is Catwoman, Michelle Pfeiffer, from Batman Returns. She had... Yes, there we go. I was going to say, I knew she had a gimmick. You don't actually press a button or anything. You just hold her hand up and then it flips down like that. And she's got a whip that hardly stayed in her hand. So what happened a lot when you play with this is you'd hold it back and you flip it and then the whip would go across the room. And you had to go hunt for it. It was a cool whip, though. We'll find that, too. I don't know if you guys will see it, but it's in there.
Yep.
Here is Supergirl from animated series. A lot more Superman than I remembered I owned. Here is a Kid Flash that might have been a McDonald's toy? Question mark?
I don't know.
And this is very nostalgic. This is probably the first animated series figure I owned. And one of my favorites. Here is Two-Face. And I think he might have had he had some kind of a gimmick. He had something that he came with. I can't remember what now. The reason he's a little discolored, I don't know why I remember this, but I had a summer where I, for some reason, and I just bragged about taking care of my figures, Jason. It was a summer where I took some of my action figures to the pool a lot. And they got a little bit discolored because I put them in water. But it's probably more accurate to say because I put them in chlorine. You know?
Yeah.
Don't drink chlorine, kids. Wood Green Beanie, $5 super chat. As someone who likes playing with their toys, I always buy my vintage figures with damaged cards. Makes it less painful to open. Yeah, I hear that. Fair enough. Yeah, I'm always of two minds about it. You know, where there's a part of me that's like, I'm really devaluing this, and there's another part of me that's like, am I ever going to sell it? Like, do I need this to be? And then there's just sort of the bragging rights of, I have this really cool, expensive thing that I'm never going to sell, but it's worth a lot. But that doesn't mean as much to me as getting to, like, really see the whole sculpt and, like, the way it was intended to be looked at and played with and stuff, you know? So I go back and forth on it. There's some things that I do like to keep in package, but most stuff I don't mind having out of the box in the first place. Now, if I buy something like 30 years old that's already in package, I'm going to feel a little weird about opening it. It just really depends on what it is. Mm-hmm. And then, as I've said before, all my Tick stuff I keep in package just because I bought it as a complete collection that was already 100% intact and in perfect shape. So that stuff I can't open. Wow. Okay. This one's a big deal. This is in the worst shape of anything in that box, and is a very special thing of mine. So, once again, one of the earliest things I owned. This is my die-cast Batwing from '89. I love this thing. I played with it way too much and broke off one of the back wings, as you can tell, and I hardly remember ever having that wing. Like, I remember it always being broken. What's really interesting...
I put the mask back on the Venom thingy.
Oh, you found it. Cool. What's funny is... Oh, wait, why am I moving this? Sorry, I forgot the camera was on that. I was going to show you guys this, but I can't because the camera's on it. Okay, so what I was going to show you, you'll just have to imagine it. You'll just have to imagine the lamp. I have the camera right now on a 89 lamp. And the lamp, sorry, I'm getting tired. I totally forgot that's where that was, is of the Batwing. I've shown it before. And it came in the mail with that exact wing busted off of it.
Wow.
I cannot get a Batwing without one of these back wings being busted off of it. And if you look really close in the cockpit, there is a tiny Batman figure. It's really neat. That was, I think, Erdl. Oh, does it open? I don't think it opens. I think you just have to look inside.
Ooh.
Did you break it?
It doesn't open.
Did you break it?
No, I didn't break it.
I'm just kidding. And then it even has landing gear that folds out of the bottom. Look at that. You see that?
That's cool.
Yeah, that's neat. I'd love to get a pristine one. But I have a lot of fun memories of that. Okay. Take this guy. Mm-hmm. Okay, this is that Phantasm Batman that I told you guys about. And, oh, by the way, Wood Green Beanie, thanks a lot for the super chat, buddy. Appreciate it. So this is one of my favorite Batman figures because of the armor that goes on him. And that's in there, and I'll put it on him later. You guys probably won't get to see it. But it has little holes in it. So it's this, like, kind of, like chopped up, like, battle-damaged looking armor. And then the purple pops out from under all the holes. And it's really cool looking. And he has this extra mask that goes on top of his mask that you can fold up.
Gosh.
So it's like a helmet. Okay, here is... Okay, so did you see this, Jason? He's got a bat on the corner of his shirt. It's like, what are you, hiding in plain sight? What are you doing? And then here he is again, not because I bought the figure twice, but because they just put out that figure for $89, put it out again for returns. My dad forgot I owned it already, and he just bought it again. Here is the Batman that everybody has, and unfortunately, the same thing happened to mine that happened to everybody's, but it took a lot of years. And I think it's probably only because it was buried under stuff, and was, like, scratched off in moves and things. But here is the regular 89 Batman figure, and they had a defect where the bat symbol, the way it was painted on, it was really easy to scratch off. And every kid that played with it lost that at some point. So you rarely will see one out of box now, especially this many years later, with that bat symbol still intact. Yeah. So that's the thing I'd like to rebuy. There actually is somebody on Facebook Marketplace locally right now, Jayson, that has the original line of 3. Because they only made the 3. It was Batman, Joker, and Bob the Goon. Mm-hmm. But somebody has a perfect set on card for $100 for the 3. And I'm not spending money right now because I've bought too much stuff lately, and we're trying to make the movie. But I was tempted by that. And then I'm sure I'll find somebody with it eventually. And then here is another Batman from Bruce Timm Justice League.
He's under everything.
Jayson is still finding treasure.
He's under everything.
Wow, this is a pretty good figure. Going back and looking at this again. Well, except it's got a hole in the back of the cape, which is kind of weird. This had some sort of gimmick. Something went back there. But anyway, this is... Sorry. You're all right. There's my Batman Begins figure. That's from the same line as Ra's al Ghul that I've got. That I'm sure we'll see and I'll talk about.
I didn't see one.
Thomas Lowe, I love the Batwing. Yeah, it's like one of my favorite vehicles. Braden says, so they rusted because they were Hot Wheels. Oh, he said, I did that too. I took my toys to the bath as a kid and they rusted because they were Hot Wheels. Here you go. Well, that's unfortunate. What did we know when we were kids? We did that with like those Erdl dump trucks and stuff too.
Okay.
See, I was ready to call it a day and do a second stream, but Jason's like, "No, we gotta press on. We gotta get it done.
We're doing everything here.
We're doing it all. Here. We'll do it live."
And then
wait, I have her again. Apparently, I have 2 of these.
Oh,
unless you handed her to me again.
No, that was in there. So
there's a second one.
Yep, we already did that.
Okay,
I forgot we already did that. Okay.
Okay. They both look pretty good. They're not in bad shape. These are good figures. I like those a lot. Here's my Black Cat from that line. I mentioned her earlier. She had a weird... I don't know why all this is coming back to me. She had a weird accessory where it latches onto her arm and shoots off. If we had like planned all this ahead of time, I could have shown you guys all the accessories with the figures, but I think it's kind of more fun for folks, hopefully, seeing us respond to these things after all this time. Here's an Iron Man that came from that pastor I told you about. Also from probably an 80s line. And then this is a Venus flytrap that came with one of those Spider-Man figures. I don't remember which.
Is it any of these?
Oh, I think it was Doppelganger, maybe. Maybe.
Oh.
I'm not sure. Well, no, because these are just regular Spider-Man figures. I don't know. Here's a tiny hunched over Spider-Man that also probably came from my old pastor friend. This is another older Spider-Man figure. I'm not sure what line that's from, though. It's probably not this because it looks like a different scale and it looks a little bit more, more articulation, more detail. This guy's probably worth a little bit, especially if I, had him on card. But this is the original Spider-Man from the 90s show. So this is regular Spider-Man. This is no frills or goofy like aquatic gimmicks or whatever, Jayson. It's just plain old Spider-Man.
I'm gonna give you a few of those with Batman.
He still had there was so much of that. He still has this gimmick, and it wasn't a very good one, Jayson. This is kind of defective from the start. You're supposed to push this back and then press a button on his arm, and it shoots off, so you can web swing.
Oh.
But it never worked right. So you can't really shoot it. You just gotta do that. So he'd be cooler if he didn't have that. but it's still a cool figure.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Look. Why should I give you some Batmans?
Oh, man. Is it Batman's or Batman?
It's Batman's.
Batman's. Side-scrolling hero. Didn't they change the name of Ra's al Ghul toy after the movie was out a bit to avoid spoilers? Yes, that's what I was talking about when I said I would talk about him. That was
Okay.
that was
Well,
the only cool
I couldn't find him.
anecdote. Okay,
So
then he's probably in that other box. But yes, that's true. And what they called him, Jason? So I bought him later when he had the other name. So when he first came out, he was called Ducard. And then after the movie had been out for a while and they weren't worried about spoilers anymore, they took probably the same figure, I don't know this for sure, packaged it again, and called it 2005 Ra's al Ghul. Or Ra's al Ghul, I guess, because it begins. But that was the name of the figure, 2005 Ra's al Ghul. So they had fake Ra's al Ghul. Well, I said Ducard. I don't even know if they had a Ducard figure, now that I'm thinking about it. But what they did is they had the fake Ra's al Ghul as Ra's al Ghul. And then later, Ducard as 2005 Ra's al Ghul.
okay.
Okay, so a friend of mine, when I was in the 5th grade, gave me this really cool deluxe Batman figure. And I remember this distinctly. This is back when figures cost an average of $6, and this one was like 10, so it was a big deal. And he looks like he is in the military or is in some sort of like Black Ops group. And he's in camouflage that only works if you're like, I don't know, close to the water. And it had these cool wings that flip out like this. And I love this figure. I played this all the time.
That's awesome.
Okay, this one's just funky looking. He had a bunch of chains that are probably in there that all connect to him. And I don't know what he's from. I know I keep bringing up the Total Justice line. He was around that same time, I think. And it was in that scale. I can't remember the name of the line that this was in, but I loved this guy. So he had a sword. This is like a Middle Ages Batman. I should have... It would have been cool to do a display with him and, like, Dark Ages Spawn.
Well, I found a sword. Probably not for him.
No, that's not for him. That is Auric's sword.
Oh, it is.
Yes, that goes with Auric. So leave that out. Also from around that same time, these just really big, tall figures around that Total Justice era.
Is this the sword?
No. That is one of Shredder's swords.
Oh.
I do believe.
Okay.
I feel like I'm in a really goofy trivia game right now. Can you name the accessory, the figure that this accessory goes with? Here is a Happy Meal toy from Beware the Batman. I don't know why I even have that. I don't remember getting that. Okay. Here you go. I mean, I like that show fine, but I just didn't remember getting that. Oh, here's the sidecar from that Joker cycle.
Oh.
If you can find that Joker cycle. Okay, it's somewhere. We'll attach that again later. There it is. Let's see if I can fit this back together. Ooh, no, that may not be happening. I think this might just be old and busted, Jason. Well, anyway. But yeah, it's supposed to be like that.
I will say also in here are some old, like, coffee things. And...
See, coffee things?
Yeah.
What the heck? Oh, I think those went in that Earl Grey tea box.
Oh, okay.
I think that's what that was from. Oh, wow. Yeah, this is like disgusting old cheese or something. Okay, that's unfortunate.
Yeah.
You shouldn't have told us about that. We should just throw that away.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway.
Sorry.
Prisoner Batman. That's what he looks like. Let me read some of these super chats, guys. Side-scrolling hero again. I think I only know about that because of your Superhero Rewind review. Yo, I remember that from the toy commercial in the Batman and Robin VHSs. I'm not sure which one we're talking about now. Apologies. Oh, what do you see there? Oh, okay. You can hold those out for the girls to play with, maybe. I forgot we had those. We must have got those for you.
Batman and Joker.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, those were like
Yep.
little types things. I think these are even still in the market, maybe. These are Fisher Price. I think they maybe still sell these.
That's cool.
Yeah. Brayden says, sounds tasty. The old disgusting cheese.
Cheese. You dropped a Batman.
Why did you have to bring
Is
that
this
up?
one that you brought up?
No, this is a Batman Forever Batman.
Oh, okay.
I think that's the only Batman Forever one I had. Again, you couldn't just get regular looking Batman Forever Batman. But I like the red. It's cool looking.
Yeah.
And again, he had some kind of weird gimmick. I don't remember what he did, but he's got these weird shoulder things that pop in and out. They do something. I don't know. And then here is that Hawkman from, again, everybody say it with me, Total Justice. He's got wings. I don't know where they are. They're in there somewhere.
Nope.
This is a Nausicaan. This is not a regular scale Nausicaan, though, right? Is it? Okay. It feels, in my hand right now with these, kind of like a big-ass Nausicaan, but I don't think it is. Okay. Anyway, and then here is, I'm getting loopy. Here is, again, why did I rebuy these? Well, this one looks cloudy. I'm actually glad that I rebought that, but, okay, that's Krang. and I bought Krang again recently, but this one's pretty discolored, so I'm glad I did that. Yep. Anyway, I now have 3 Krangs, just the brain.
Oh, wow.
Because I've also got the one that goes in the bodysuit. This is Uma Thurman Poison Ivy. And I really like her color scheme. Look at the kind of translucent pieces, the way the light goes in. Like, they put some thought into those figures. I mean, they had to. They based the whole movie around the figures. And then, oh yeah, this guy was goofy. Even goofier when I tell you about the accessory he came with. So this is Hydro Man from that 90s Spider-Man line. And he came with this rolly base that looks like water.
Oh.
And he's supposed to, like, spin around in it. So, see, look.
Is it in there?
It should be in there. But look, Jason. Look, it spins around.
What?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, he's ridiculous.
Hey, Dad, look what I found.
Oh, you found another
I
Pez
found
dispenser.
Another Pez.
Well done. Anybody need to see that up close? It's the Pez dispenser. Okay. This is a crazy Hobgoblin. I always really loved this figure, though. Was this Hobgoblin or was this Demogoblin? I think this was a weird variation on Hobgoblin, but there is a Demogoblin in here. I think.
Also, there are a bunch of Hot Wheels in here. I don't know if we need to look at all
No, that's all right. We don't have to do that.
But
well, the dogs are barking all of a sudden. I don't know what that's about.
Oh.
We are 12 minutes away from 2 hours, so let's see if we can get through the rest of the figures
that would be fair.
in that time.
Well, that's pretty much it.
Can we do it?
That's pretty much it.
Well, we can do the vehicles. Here you go.
Okay.
There's some other stuff in there.
I'll do the big vehicles.
You want to throw me some of the vehicles?
Okay. First, I'll throw you this.
No. Okay. Well, here's a weird, flat, dopey-looking Batman Begins. And then, what is... I don't even know why this is in here. I don't know if this was a Hot Wheel... Or not a Hot Wheels. I don't know if this was a McDonald's toy or what, but here's a weird Riddler. I don't even know if you guys can see that. I don't know what that's from. It's not Brave and the Bold. What is it? Maybe it is Brave and the Bold. I don't know what that is. Okay. Why did you hand me these?
Because I thought they were hilarious.
Okay, we're down to the wire here. Although there's a bunch of accessories and stuff at the bottom of this.
I like flat dopey Batman.
Flat dopey Batman. Okay, here comes. Okay, so this is
No.
that Mr. Freeze car I was telling you about.
Oh. Okay.
And it's got a big gun that sits on top. That's from Batman and Robin. This car I played with all the time, or motorcycle, whatever you want to call it. I don't remember what line that's from, or what Batman came with it. I believe this vehicle was from Justice League. But I forget which Batman was in it. I also somewhat recently got, not complete or anything, but they were cheap, so I bought them. The big Batmobile from Batman Forever and the Batwing from that movie. You remember that, Jason? And I'll show those when we get on the other side of the bunker. We also might have to do some of these streams with my laptop in various places down here instead of bringing everything over here. Yeah. It's just attacking.
This is the last thing. This is the last stuff.
All right. I never knew what to do with this. Like, you roll it, and the wings go back and forth. There's not a figure that goes in it. I don't understand this. Can you stop loading me with vehicles?
Okay.
No, don't hand me anymore. Okay. Here is a Ninja Turtles plunger car. You roll it, and the plungers go back and forth. And I remember this in worse shape than it is. This looks all right. We can save that out since we've been playing with Turtles toys.
Okay.
This is a chain that goes with that Spawnmobile.
Oh, I don't even.
Well, or possibly that Batman with chains. I'm not sure which. Okay, there's the chains. This is part of the pizza shooter. There's a base with wheels. Do you see that?
A base with wheels.
Yeah, a green base with wheels the pizza shooter sits on. And I see some of the pizzas down there too. I've got some of them. So I bought this. I never got this brand new. The pizza shooter was really popular. People loved this thing. It's fun. You put batteries in it, and it shoots plastic pizzas out the front. The seat has always been a problem. Oh, in fact, it snapped off finally. It looks like. So the back of this, there's supposed to be a piece where a figure can sit on the back, and it looks like that finally broke off. It was always stuck over, and I would have to pull it up. But anyway, I didn't buy this new. I got this maybe a few years after it came out at an auction in Arkansas. I remember that distinctly. Oh no, it's sitting in my lap. Here it is. You had all this crap you popped me up with, and then I didn't realize that I had that. Here it is. There's the pizza shooter. This was one of my favorite things. I played with this guy all the time. Yeah, isn't that great?
It's awesome.
If they do a reproduction of this, I'll probably rebuy it.
Yeah. Okay. I also put a couple of those on there.
Oh, we have more turtle stuff. Okay. Oh, not just turtles. No, this is not turtles. Sorry. In the light, I thought this was a turtle vehicle, but it's not. This is a Spider-Man motorcycle from something. I don't know which figure goes on that. Or when I got that, but... Yeah, and then this is part of an animated series vehicle that had wings that are down there somewhere. That's not in great shape. The stickers have come off of it, it looks like. This is the Glider from the Green Goblin from the Sam Raimi's first Spider-Man movie. And I've got him around here somewhere.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if there's any more vehicles you want to look at. Did you see anything else that looks cool? Or?
No.
Yeah.
I will say, what is...
I see the cathedral that Daredevil goes on.
I will say, who's this?
Oh, you found her!
Found her.
Okay, so remember the other day I said Kirk or some figure was standing on a Mardia base? That's Mardia.
Oh!
Finally. I've been looking for her everywhere.
It was Picard. Picard was on top of Marty.
That's what it was. Not Marty, Mardia.
Mardia base.
Do you know who she is?
Nope.
That is...
That's from... I'm going to say DS9. Probably,
no, that's the shapeshifter from Star Trek 6. The shapeshifter girl that Kirk makes out with on Rura Pente, who has like an Arnold Schwarzenegger outfit.
Yeah.
She says not everyone keeps their genitals in the same place. You know that?
I'm sorry, I hate that movie.
That's the only quote I can think of on short notice from Mardia, but
I try to forget that movie.
The likeness is excellent, though. Mm-hmm. She looks great. What do you know? You didn't even remember what she looked like. What do you know? What am I asking you about likeness? Thomas Lowe. I've already seen the glider. That's really good. Give me just a second here, folks. Let's see if there's anything else we really want to mention. Okay, there must be some more figures at the bottom because this goes to the animated series Joker. And we've not found him yet.
Okay, well...
So he's got to be down there. Can we dig just a little bit and see if any of the figures pop up?
Well, there's a Diddy Kong head.
Oh yeah, because there were some like Lego-esque minifigs that we put in your stocking when you were really little, and I think those came from that.
Okay.
Sorry, this is not going to look great on camera, but I'm just digging here for a second. Okay, yeah, these are the wings that go on the side of that thing that I mentioned. This is that, and there's another piece to it that's in here somewhere. But
the Doctor Strange.
There's the Doctor Strange cape, yeah, and then this is that Robin vehicle, Jason, that I told you was from Batman Returns.
Wait, can I see that?
Yeah. And then it's got a piece that has an R on it that goes here.
But why?
I know.
He wasn't in that movie.
Because he almost was. Okay. Can I tell a story real quick?
Oh, there's the Angela head.
There should be another couple of pieces to this. But let me tell you about this real quick, Jason.
Mm-hmm.
So this thing was from Ninja Turtles, and it had ooze that came with it that you could it shot out and you could slime all around it. And I remember this being a little bigger, and like I said, it's got walls that go around it. Here, can you stop messing around for a minute? Just let me tell you about this. This was just a really neat toy, I thought, when I got it, and I was excited to take it for show and tell in kindergarten.
Yeah.
And school, we had a bunch of snow on the ground, and school got canceled that day, and I got all the way there, and I was walking like a snowstorm. It was kindergarten or first grade, I can't remember which, and I walked to school back then. Because in the olden days, when I was a kid, you'd walk to school at 6 years old. And I don't mean to be an old man like uphill both ways, but you know, you actually went by yourself to school if you lived close enough. And I remember it was really dangerous walking in that snow. And there was a lady that offered me a ride, and it was that, like, are you supposed to go with a stranger situation? And, like, I remember that really vividly. And I remember my mom being kind of upset with me for taking the ride from that lady. But it was, like, super dangerous to walk in that snow, and there wasn't any calling or anything because school got canceled. So, you know, I took the risk, and it worked out. But anyway, I remember that really vividly, and I can't look at this thing without thinking about that day.
Wow.
But yeah, I just want to tell you about that.
Wow.
Hopefully we can find the rest of this at some point.
There's a couple other things.
Okay, what else do we have here? Oh, wow. This is an Injustice Batman. That I think might have also been like a pre-order bonus thing. Oh. And then this is just another McDonald's toy from Brave and the Bold.
Okay, I can't find any other figures.
Any other figures? Okay.
Oh, well, is that... I mean,
there he is. I was going to say he has to be in here. Yeah, so here is the original animated series Joker. And again, probably worth a little bit. He's not in the best of shape. He's a little scratched up. This was another figure that I remember taking to the swimming pool. But anyway, yeah. Well, that's all the... I don't know, stuff of note. And a lot of things not really all that much of note as well. Oh, here it is. Okay, so this is that other piece to that seat.
Oh.
That goes for the pizza launcher. And then this goes to that ooze launcher thing that I was just talking about. So yeah. There's one that wants to leave that out too, but I don't think the kids would really play with it much because there's not much you can do with it without the ooze. But anyway. Oh, and then here's Carbonite.
Oh, yeah.
But I don't have Han Solo anymore. I used to have a small Star Wars figure collection. And I sold all my Star Wars stuff to start my Tick collection years ago. Because I didn't have a lot of it, and I wasn't a big Star Wars guy. So I'm probably the only person on the planet that would say I got rid of Star Wars for the Tick. But I did.
Probably the only person on the planet.
That, yeah. Jayson, that was really fun, man.
Yeah, it was.
That was quite a walk down memory lane.
Yeah.
And we're going to do a bunch more of it. This is what these streams are going to be like. I hope you guys enjoyed it.
Yeah, I will. When I'm in there.
Robert says this is lore that will definitely make it into the Captain Logan biopic. Robert also had that Robin vehicle. Good to see you, Robert. Thanks for popping in, man.
I'm in the Captain
Robert,
Logan
you should
biopic.
sign the merchandise you want to get rid of and sell it for high prices. Yeah, that's what I'll do. Then I might give away a couple things here and there down the road, but a lot of this, of course, I'm still going to hang on to and let my kids play with now that we've pulled it back out again. Well, everybody, thanks a lot for watching. Jason, is that it? Are we done?
I think that's it. That's it. We're done.
Oh, bye, everybody. I think we managed it. I think I thought this was going to have to be in 2. But thanks for kind of pushing me to get it done.
Yeah.
Because we looked like we were at a halfway point, and then I guess there was enough just accessories on the bottom.
Yeah.
A lot of the accessories I told you guys that those things went with are in here. I just have to pull them all together and put it all back together. But anyway, thanks a lot for hanging out, guys. Real late on a Monday. I'll be back on Wednesday night for a requested review for the classic film Rear Window. And then, what's up?
Rear Window? What is it?
That is an old, sorry, it's late and I can't think of things. I've never actually seen it. I'm excited to finally watch it. That's an old Hitchcock movie. Thursday night is the Captain Logan show. We're going to talk about the new Captain America trailer. And then I might do an extra stream that night also. And then Friday night, we're doing a Superhero Rewind commentary on, of all things, Michael Jackson's Moonwalker, because Austin swears up and down that it's got enough superhero stuff in it. It counts. And we are bringing the Rewind commentary project as close to weekly as possible now. So next Friday, we'll also have a Rewind commentary project video, and we're going to be doing those as many Fridays as we can. So thanks a lot for watching, guys. We sure appreciate it. I was Captain Logan.
And that was Jayson.
This was Jayson.
Yeah.
You guys are awesome. We appreciate you. Bye, folks.